So it's kind of like, why is everybody always end up getting off the path of, the plan that God has chosen for them, right? Like, why do people get off the path, end up taking deals for the devil and stuff like this? Um, well, I haven't got off my path, so I really would. Nah, uh, I know why. I haven't gotten off my path, but I know why though. Damn, I see a sign that said braces for $195 a month. I'm glad I didn't get braces. You know what I'm saying? Glad I didn't get braces. My braces only cost me like, I don't know, $10 a month or something. But anyway, why does people get off their path? Well, just me, thinking why probably that they do is, it's hard, right? And people like to be comfortable. Easy answer. It's hard. Yes, it is very, very hard to stay on a path that God has designed for you. Now, why is it hard for me? Because you're not going to be comfortable. But you are going to be comfortable if you have faith. Just like you got to have faith that you're going to be protected. You got to have faith that you're going to be comfortable. You got to have faith. And then at the end, you're going to realize that actually you was comfortable. And a lot of things that you have designated in your mind as comfort is actually not comfortable at all. How many times I be talking to y'all about this so-called normal life that people live out here that I really don't want no part of? People living right next to each other and all this type of shit. Well, things have to go step by step in order for me to have exactly what I'm looking for. First of all, I have to know exactly what I want, and I have to know who I am, and that takes time. Sometimes you think you know what you want. Sometimes you think you know who you are, right? See, you got, and that's the whole thing, man. God cares about us so much that he wants to make sure, and make sure that you're sure. And then maybe, just maybe, you won't have to be codependent on God once you get through the work. But the crazy thing about the people who abandon the path that God has chosen for them is that, you notice how those people end up focusing on other people's lives. Those are the very people who cannot look in the mirror, who end up focusing on other people's lives, doing things like witchcraft. Because when you're doing witchcraft, I mean, I have to guess. I don't do witchcraft, but I have to guess 9 times out of 10, if you're doing some kind of witchcraft, you are focused on other people's lives, because you don't do witchcraft on yourself and stuff like this, right? But I can't get off God's path because, well, again, what people deem as comfortable, I found out is not comfortable at all. It's really uncomfortable. And it looks like what I'm doing is uncomfortable is actually comfortable. That's what I found out in the process. That's why I'm glad I stayed on the path. See? And this smile cannot lie. This face cannot lie about my comfortability. That's why I don't like when people spread, a false illusion of fear. Sometimes I be getting upset with certain people. I don't even know these people. They may be good people. I don't know. But as soon as I come across the energy of somebody of fear, or acting like people are watching us and it's very uncomfortable, I have to put that shit in check to say, no, that's not actually what's going on. Okay, that's not actually what's going on here. But you notice again, the people who get off the path that God has chosen for them, those people, they usually don't know themselves, and they end up watching other people's lives. They don't know themselves. So yeah, God's path is supposed to be hard, right? Nobody ever said it was going to be easy. Why would you think about this too? Why would you want it to be easy? Think about the creation of worlds, of universes. You think that was easy? You think it was easy to create this earth, this world? As complex as it is, why would you want it to be easy? This world wasn't created easy. If things were easy, you wouldn't like it because your life would be very, very. It would be you'd be very it'd be very robotic. The fact that we have choices and stuff like that means that we live in a difficult, complex universe to begin with. Just the fact you're able to have choices. See, people don't think about this kind of stuff. They just everybody wants their pillow fluffed. But a fluffy pillow ain't always the best thing to be laying on. You know what I'm saying? And I found that out the hard way. But anyway, guys, I just want to tell y'all that, man. Nah, man, this is what happens to people uh, when you get off God's path that God's path has chosen for you. If you choose the easy route, you're gonna find out that it was actually the most difficult route that you could have ever chose.